Hi, welcome back to John's Random Reviews. We've got a very exclusive today. Exclusive. I've got a new tool, and this tool here has only just come out in the UK about a month ago. You could get these in Japan for about a year ago, but in the UK, this tool here has only come out about a month ago, and I bought one yesterday. And what is it? It is the new Makita brushless multi-tool, and it is, let's have a look so we get the numbers right. It is a dtm52. So this multi-tool is going to replace my old multi-tool, which is dtm51. Who knew? Anyway, so I've had this multi-tool for a few years. The model before this, I'm going to get into the new one in a minute. The model before this, you'll know this, who the people who use these multi-tools, had a little Allen key in there, and I used to have one of these, and that was a dtm50. So the one with the Allen key on is okay, but the Allen key tends to get a bit chewed up there. Anyway, and you end up losing the Allen key, which is a fucking nightmare. Anyway, after a while, Makita brought out this toolless one, and as you can see, it has an arm with a very powerful spring, and you can extract the blade attachment there. And if you look on here, it's got, I'm not going to count all these pins, but it's got a series of pins around there that locates onto the tool. So that goes on like that. You can see there that one of them is snapped off already, and I've seen some online that half the pins get snapped off. So to get the actual blade on, it's a little bit of a fiddle actually, and you'll see what's good about this one in a minute. So we'll put the blade on this. You've got to locate it onto the pins, and then you've got to put the pin fastening bolt on and flick this over like this. Now if that flicks over really quick, it ends up knocking you on the finger. So anyway, that's ready to go. We'll put a battery on there. So this is going on eBay, so that's going to be sold. Brand new, these go for about £120. So I might get £65 for this maybe. I've given it a good scrub up. So forget about that. This is the main event. The brand new brushless Makita dtm52 brushless. I've already said brushless. I must be that excited that I've said it 3 times. Anyway, so let's get into this. So it looks a lot different. Now, first of all, this one, the new one, is a lot lighter. This is probably, I'm not going to say a third lighter, but I'm going to say it. This is 25% lighter than this older model. So that's a good start. Like I said, it is quite a heavy thing. If you're going to use this in quite a long time in the day, it'll make your arms ache. So this is about 20. Well, I'm going to say 20% lighter. So this has got same again, a toolless locking system. But as you can see, this one here has got this bar that comes over like that to change the actual blades. And this one here has got this aluminium on. It could be steel actually. And what happens is, if you just watch this, you pull it round and it clicks. And that means it releases this, now then, I don't know what you call that. Would you call that a bar? Or we'll call it the blade attachment bolt. Let's get a blade on this. Now then, we need to talk about the system. This new multi-tool has changed onto Starlock. So what does Starlock mean? It's a way that the blades go onto the machine. This goes on pins, and this is on Starlock system. As you can see, this is a Fiend blade that has locating bits that locates into there. So first thing positive about this one is it's a lot easier to locate the blade on. So that just sits in there. You don't have to fiddle about getting it on the pins. And like the other one, you can change it in lots of different positions. Like that, you can have it sideways. You can even have it backwards. Why on earth would you want to have it backwards? Don't know. Actually, if you come in a little bit, this new tool takes Starlock, Starlock Plus and Starlock Max. Now then, this is a bit controversial about this, and Makita's got a bit of bad press about this, because a lot of people will have blades like this, which have a flat bit, which is not a Starlock. You can see they're different. So this blade fits on this one fine. And you can get a Starlock. These Starlock ones here have actually got the holes for the pins, and that one goes on that one. But this blade here will not go on there because it's not a Starlock blade. Anyway, I generally use these Fiend blades, which are really, really good. Makita make Starlock blades to fit this machine, and it's probably a money thing, maybe, that Makita want you to buy Makita Starlock blades. Can I, right, hang on a minute. Right, I bought this tool, right, and you'd have thought that Makita would have put in the box just one blade, just so you get going. So there you go, you can take it out of the box, you can use it straight away. How much would that have cost? It's a fail. It's an absolute fail because, oh my goodness, let's get into the pricing for now, just a little bit. Obviously, I've said that they're £120 new, this one, because it's just come out. Just 2 days ago, I paid £220 2 days ago, and the people who are selling this thinking, oh, there's muggins out there who is going to want the latest Makita tool, so they're going to pay whatever for this tool, and I'm one of them muggins, unfortunately. So I needed to have it, I wanted to review it for all my fans in YouTube land, and I'd got it, and I've looked on the internet tonight, and they're already down to £190, so I've already lost £30 in a day. So I reckon these are going to go down. Maybe these might go down to 160, so they're going to be a little bit sort of nearer the price. I think they're always going to be a bit more expensive, but anyway, rant over. I'm not going to think about that. So this is the pin that goes in. So then on the side here, we click this down now. Another thing is, whatever you do, don't get your finger in there because you're going to end up with a black nail. So anyway, so that, you flick that down, and that's located. So let's get some batteries in it. So we've got batteries on both ones. So better put what we'll do is we'll put the tool, we'll put the blade back in this one. So we'll run this one first. So ready for this. It's like a bloody angry wasp. So it makes a right bloody racket, and it vibrates, quite a lot of vibration here. And just a quick note, when the spring gets worn in here and it doesn't quite pull the pin in that holds the blade on, it vibrates like that and it drives you absolutely mad. Now then, let's try this one. I can actually talk while this is running. I couldn't talk with that other one. So there's hardly any vibration there, and it's really nicely weighted actually. I'll turn it off a minute. Just a quick fail, another fail for Makita. I think this is because of newness. This actually, take the battery out. This actually switch is lovely. Look at that. Like, you can do that. I can do that with a little finger. I think that's because it's worn in a little bit. But check this one out. It goes on okay. Honestly, I'm not mucking about. It's tight, but I think that's going to loosen up. That's not a fault. I think it's just a little bit tight. When I've used it a few times, I think that'll wear in. That'll be absolutely fine. So it's a lot lighter, 20% lighter, and it's a lot quieter. So you don't have that angry wasp business. So, oh wow. What's kind of strange, where I kind of prefer this one, is you can hold on to various bits of this, like the front or the back or whatever. This bit, the main bit of it, I know it's thinner here, so you can get a better grip there, but if you want a little bit of more detail work and hold on to the head of it like that, that's weird. So you can only really hold it there. So, same again, it's got a speed setting at the back. Well, this speed setting at the back. I don't know why on earth you'd want to have it on the lower setting. Some bloody joiner will tell me. I'll say you need it on the lower setting for a certain amount of wood. But fuck that. Fuck joiners. Anyway, so this one has got speed settings. That one's got speed settings. Now then, the model before this, without the actually bladeless changing thing, had actually a light on it. But they couldn't work the light into it. So it's better with a light. And this one here, it's got a light again, as you can see. And that shines really well right onto the blade. That bloody switch is annoying me. Anyway, So what we're going to do now is going to give it a test. Now, normally don't do all this bloody testing business, but I thought, fuck it, we're going to give it a little bit of a test here. So I've put a bit of 3x2 onto a bit of a plywood. If you don't know, let's get involved. If you don't know that much about multi-tools, one thing is dead important. If you're a bit green, a bit of a rookie with multi-tools, the bit of wood you're cutting or whatever you're cutting needs to be really, really rigid. And this is a good, come in a little bit. Don't have your bloody screw sticking out like that, because that's going to spike you. Anyway, so health and safety, that's my middle name. Anyway, so what we're going to do is going to give this a bit of a cut with my old one, so and see how it performs. So what we're going to do, see that knot there, we're going to try and miss that. So this is still really, really good. As you can see, with doing cutting a bit of wood, or if you cut a little bit of a slot in for a pipe or something like that, don't press down too hard. Just let it do its own work. If you press down too hard, it's going to stop all it working properly. So I'm going to get bamboozled by all this shit. Anyway, so let's try the new one and see if it's any better. We're not going to do all that timing shit that the Americans do. We're just going to see how it runs. So. Now that's interesting. It cut it a lot quicker, but I don't know. You can maybe see on the video, this was as noisy when it was cutting it than this one. So that was strange, a very high-pitched noise, but it cut it quicker and there was hardly any vibration through the tool. So this is brand new, so am I going to get on with it? I'm going to have to test it at work, aren't I? So see how it performs, but I'm already super chuffed. I think this is a vast improvement over this one. It's lighter, it's less vibration, and I said less noisy, but it is less noisy on actually startup without actually cutting. So it's got the light. I prefer the actual quick release system. I'm not bothered about the Starlock system. That's absolutely fine. That doesn't bother me. So if you're in the market for a new multi-tool, or you've never had a multi-tool at all, but you've got the Makita platform, the 18-volt platform, maybe they might bring out an XGT 40-volt version of this. But if you've got one of these older models and you fancy an upgrade, this is amazing. I know I love Makita stuff, but if it was shit, I'd tell you. Honestly, it isn't shit. It's really, really good. And it's a vast improvement over this one. So, thanks for watching. And what do we say? What do we say? Hang on. Okay. Random is rad. Welcome.